But that changed about a week ago. I was at a party and I met this really sweet guy, 22 male. Let's call him Jaden. He noticed me not feeling well and we got to talking. Secluded ourselves into a nice place outside, smoked, and I found out he was going through a really bad breakup. Oh, opportunity here. I, 19 female, accidentally, wow, accidentally cheated on my boyfriend, 19 male, and I don't know what to do. Accident? Okay, I know it sounds bad, and it is pretty bad, but here's some context. Super long in using mobile. Sorry for janky formatting. I've been dating my boyfriend, let's call him Isaac, for almost a year now. We were also friends for a while prior to that, so it just felt right. And it was right. He always had my back whenever I was struggling, which admittedly is often since my home life is less than stellar, and I have CPTSD and anxiety from it. He told me he'd never leave me, that he'd always take care of me, and would let me vent to him whenever and wherever. And the fact that we were at a different college and he works a full-time job, but still did that, really meant a lot to me. He'd even helped me take care of myself when my depressive episodes made it really hard. He was perfect. On top of that, we also still were each other's best friends too. Still gaming together, sharing inside jokes and all. But the past couple of months have felt odd. Even though our clashing schedules made it so we had less time with each other or even text, Isaac would grow more and more controlling over me, saying it was for my own good. He didn't know or care when I was struggling, and that made my mental health gotten really bad again, because he'd always force me to do crap I couldn't do or was extremely hard for me, or even get downright cruel. Like telling me my usual coping mechanisms were unhealthy, texting me at random hours demanding for me to tell him if I've eaten or had water or taken my meds or something. And he'd get mad at my answers, so I'd have to lie to get him off my butt. Even for something as simple as saying I had nice coffee and a cig on an empty stomach. Like, what the F? He doesn't care how I feel anymore or about my life. It's making my mental health worse and worse. But despite all that, he says he still loves me. We're still intimate. Most of the time, we still talk and act like all that isn't going on. We still game together, study together, go on dates, everything we used to do. But I can't get over the feeling that something's wrong. It's like Isaac has changed or he's trying to change me, and it's terrifying. And yes, I've tried to tell him how I feel. I've shown him since the proof is on my legs, but he just gets distant, on edge, and even told me to stop sending him stuff like that. I can't communicate with him anymore, even though he says he values me. Open, honest communication. He clearly doesn't, since all I feel is stifled and I have to lie to him all the time now. He used to always try to carve out time for me, but he's acting like I'm not worth it to him anymore. His time, that is. In short, it's all been wrong lately, and it makes me want to not be on this earth anymore. But that changed about a week ago. I was at a party and I met this really sweet guy, 22 male. Let's call him Jaden. He noticed me not feeling well and we got to talking. Secluded ourselves into a nice place outside, smoked, and I found out he was going through a really bad breakup. Oh, opportunity here. At the end of the night, we exchanged numbers and kept talking. I never told Isaac about Jaden, and I don't know why, but I felt like I should not have. Probably another thing he'd get mad at me for. Oh, I wonder why. I wonder why. But now I feel like there's another reason. I really like him. Yeah, that's bad. I know. But he's been more kind and understanding than I can possibly describe. He doesn't stifle me. He doesn't control me. I've been able to be more open with him than I could with Isaac in ages. And he tells me I'm pretty and doesn't force me to do anything I don't want to do. And lets me keep doing what I've been. Heck, last night, Jaden came over. We had a few bottles, which Isaac doesn't like that I drink for some reason, even though he does it more often now, and we were able to have a long, comfortable conversation. I told him about some of my issues with Isaac. And he was more empathetic and understanding in a couple hours than Isaac has been in months. He made me feel better. As we kissed, we were both solidly drunk. But we didn't go any further than that. We ended up parting ways because I felt guilty. Despite that, it was the best I felt in months. I was able to sleep happily. Yet at the same time, I don't want to and don't know how to leave Isaac. Like I said, in spite of everything, his growing distance, we still, for the most part, act the same as we always do. We still have all those good memories and times. He still brings me lunches and cleans for me sometimes. Of course, I feel bad for doing something like that, but again, I was drunk. And Jaden just gets me like Isaac doesn't anymore. I just don't know what to do next. I love Isaac. I think. Yet, no, you don't. And it's hard leaving him, especially since we've known each other for so long. But it's just been so wrong lately that I had a lapse of judgment and did something wrong too. I should tell Isaac, and I will. I just don't know how. Jaden has been good to me, and don't I deserve good things? I'm just completely lost and anxious. Thanks if you managed to get through this horrible ramble. I could really use some support. You're a cheater. You're a cheater. You made up all these excuses. Oh, he's been so bad to me. Isaac has been this. If he's been bad to you, why didn't you just leave him? Oh, I get it. You got to find somebody else first. Make sure, this person wants to be with you. Then you leave Isaac because you can't leave Isaac and be all by yourself. No, you got to find someone else first to move on to. Got it. Oh, man. Ridiculous. And guys, yes, kissing is cheating. Simply flirting is cheating, if you ask me. If you're flirting in a way you're touching on somebody, rubbing on them and talking dirty and all that stuff, that's cheating. Emotional cheating, but they're kissing. I let Jaden had been a little more aggressive with her or did something she liked. He would have been in those draws. Like, come on. He would have been breaking her back. And she would have, I don't know how to tell Isaac. He's going to get mad at me. Of course, you're a cheater. You're going to lie to Isaac and pretend, oh, you've been so mean to me. I can't take it anymore. We need to separate. But you've already moved on. Guys, this is what they do. Trust me, when she comes to you and says she wants to move on, she's found someone else. Or someone else has returned into her life. It's just how it is. Let's check out the comments on this. End your relationship and work on yourself before getting into another one. Cheating doesn't accidentally happen, right? Nothing about that was an accident, right? First things first, you didn't accidentally cheat on him. You chose to cheat on him the second you chose to not tell Isaac about him, right? Second, you need to determine why you chose to cheat on Isaac. If it was just because of his distance or because you want to end a relationship. Finally, you need to tell Isaac what you did. He may ask why and you'll be able to tell him. He may break up with you and you'll have to deal with it. He may forgive, in which case you should never pretend it didn't happen, but rather should start making efforts to fix the relationship. Here's OP right here. I know I'm just struggling to figure anything out about this situation. Honestly, I don't know if I feel safe too. I used to be able to talk to him about anything, anytime, anywhere, but lately he's been more walled off and doesn't communicate back. Not to mention how irritable he's gotten lately. Like I said, I will tell him. I just don't know how. She plans to tell him. Let me see if she updated this. What the heck? You're talking about pegging? Ugh. Ugh. Nah, you didn't update. I don't know. Guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments. Cheating was an accident. Really? It was an accident. I didn't mean it. I'm going to catch you guys at the next one.